Hello there, collective. This is going to be a reading for what needs to be released in this full moon that we are going to be going through tonight. And this will be good for the next couple of days for this week. So if there is anything that you need to release or any advice that you're wanting to get for this Sagittarius full moon, this is going to be a full moon in Sagittarius. And so Sagittarius is about taking the balance and energy from Libra and transformation from Scorpio. It puts into motion. So this is where those two signs take action. This power brings movement. So there is change here. There is vision into the darkest time of the year that's going to be coming up, usually when it's December, January. So it's getting ready to take action, and it with Sagittarius, it uses its bow and arrow to kind of aim at what they need to move around. It's a very action oriented sign. There is a sense of like since they're ruled by the ninth house, is maybe releasing old belief systems, releasing anything that has to do with not believing in certain things and having faith in others. And yeah, so Sagittarius usually is pretty open-minded. It's pretty open to anything that helps them better themselves. So maybe you're looking to better yourself, whether it's in it's a philosophical what is that word? Philosophical sign. So it believes in philosophy and religion and anything that has to do with higher learning, higher beliefs, higher education. So it's time to maybe for you to explore your passions and change what you did, chase after what the things that you desire. So usually Sagittarius is adventurous, curious, it has optimism, and it's brave. It's very goal orientated. So maybe it's a message for some of you to, kind of write and plan out your goals, because maybe you could be coming in through a passionate feeling here that you are going to be focused to pursuing what you're wanting to do. And since it's ruled by Jupiter, there is a lot of luck here. So good luck in releasing old belief systems, anything that has to do with anything that has to do with old, to be able to plan for the new. So right off the back, you did get tune out negative thoughts. So maybe for some of you, you have been, since Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter, the planet of Jupiter, and it's one of the brightest planets in the zodiac along with Venus. So there is a sense here maybe that some of you, just like Jupiter is the brightest and has good luck, you feel like there is also the opposite effect. You feel like you could be having a lot of bad thoughts, no positivity, no faith in things. So it's time to change things around. It's time to think a little bit more positive and go for the things that you're wanting to do. Be a little bit more open-minded. It's asking you, this new one will be asking you to release anything that's negative. And maybe if you need to do self-talk, writing a letter, and then burning it, writing a letter of everything that you want to release. Maybe it's a forgiveness of somebody, forgiving somebody. Maybe it's forgiving of yourself. So you can go ahead and aim at what you're wanting to do and release all that negative to bring in the positive. There is a feeling here with somebody can be 25, but with the number 25, 2 plus 5 equals 7. So there's a sense of you standing up for something that you believe in. So this is the time to take action in that. And releasing old block systems. Maybe for some of you, you could be feeling blocked for some reason. With the falling moon here, with the falling of just not feeling, it's time to let go of any feeling of feeling negative or feeling depleted. This is the time to plan and take action for something that you have been wanting to do. So it's time for you to go for that thing that you have been wanting. So let's see what else is going to come up for you. Right off the back, there is the Knight of Voices. So that is the Knight of Swords. They're ready to take action. Maybe there is some planning that you need to do to plan ahead and get things going. There is death and transformation, and Sagittarius is about transforming things into a positive, being able to conquer things with your bow and arrow, you know, aiming at the things that you want and just going for it, transforming the negative into a positive. Yeah, again, letting go of certain emotions. Letting go of emotions anymore. Anybody that's offering you anything small, you need to go for somebody that is offering something big, you know, something huge, someone that's offering, that's well emotionally tempered. Maybe you need to have more emotional balance. That could be a message for another of you during this full moon. Right now, maybe it's not the time or maybe letting things die out, letting things, you know, not, because it's the six of swords in reverse. So usually that means taking things into a calmer sense of balance. But with this being coming in reverse, it's time for you to maybe speak up and for what you want. You have you've been unhappy for a long time with the 10 of emotions here. That's upside down. There is certain things that you need to let go of. Maybe there is a need, and you are wanting to let go of any negative habits that you might have. Feeling bound. For some other of you is somebody or something that you are addicted to. Because that's going to bring you to no justice. That's not going to bring you anything good. With the Justice in reverse here, there could be some, if you keep doing things, being negative to yourself, it can bring even legal problems. Maybe for some of you, you could be having legal problems here. Things not going right in court. Maybe for some of you, you just had a court date and things didn't go right. But there is a feeling here that you need to release all that and kind of manifest already for the new. Release all this stuff, and what should they focus? You need to focus on having hope. And a lot of people don't talk about this, but usually Sagittarius is very hopeful and very positive, and a lot of people love them and gravitate towards them, but a lot of times people just don't fall through with them, and that is what kind of, they lose hope in certain things. Just as much as Jupiter lights up their light, and the planet of Jupiter is lit up, but with astrology I've learned that it can be a dwarf planet too that does not light up. So maybe with you, there was a sense here that you didn't have anybody to rely on, especially when it came to you evaluating certain things in your life, taking inventory and evaluating things. Things just weren't, equal. They weren't even. There was a lot of toxicity here. I don't know if it's a relationship, a work situation, a home situation, but there was a lot of toxicity here that just needs to be released already. Things need to change and go for a positive. So yeah, in a sense of you having to believe in yourself and having hope and knowing, having faith that things will work out. This is the time to take inventory of what you have put in and what needs to go and what can stay. What is growing and what can you bank on? What can you put more energy towards that is growing? So this is the time for you to take inventory. Write it down. You know, like I said, write a forgiveness letter, write things that you need to release, and then in another paper, note all the things that are growing for you, that are going good for you. So maybe for some of you, it would be good to do something like that, and like that you do focus on the positive things, because we all have good things coming in, and then things that just, oh gosh, that just are not that great. But once you do that, you'll realize that your money will get better, your attitude will get better, you'll have more hope, you'll be shining, and people will look at you like, oh my god, she's such a shining star. Maybe for some of you it could be a work situation with all the pentacles here, and for others of you it could be something spiritual. Somebody can see you as a spiritual, like, guru, or somebody that knows a lot, and people will see you like the star. So yeah, and there is also the queen of wands here. So there is a lot of inspiration that's going to be coming to you. So this is the time to be passionate about the things that you do want in that you do want to change in a positive way. This is the time for you to take change and take action at what you are wanting to transform in your life. You already have the balance that comes from Libra. You already have the transformation that came from Scorpio, and it's time for you to put all that together and strike for what you are wanting. Now that you are wiser, you've seen all that, you've been through all that, now it's time to manifest. And for some of you, maybe it's going to take a training, or maybe getting more religious, or finding guidance, finding somebody that can guide you in the way that you're wanting to go, whether it's religion, whether it's higher learning, whether it's a work growth situation that you're wanting to do, maybe taking training, going back to school. This is the time to do that. It's not a time to look at any emotional choices, because there won't be any choices there. This is a time to manifest, but manifest in a group setting. It's time to look for like a soul tribe, because with the 9 of materials that is upside down here, usually it's a single woman that is very good with herself. But this is telling you to maybe look for a group that like a soul tribe that you are comfortable with, that you feel that you can grow with. You have been seeking truth for a long time, so this is the time to do that. Seek truth, and be truthful to others. Yeah, this is no time to take this is not a time to be taking choices or be deciding what choice to do. This is the time to act at the moment, with the 2 of swords here that is in reverse. And with the Hanged Man here, it's asking you to see things in a different perspective. Like I just said, seeing things in a different light for the positive, and maybe hold on to what it is that you believe, things that you believe, and release things that you no longer believe or don't benefit you. Yep. So this is a time for planning. This is a time for you to plan ahead and strategize and get get motivated and take action. So that is what I have for you for your full moon in Sagittarius that's going to be happening tonight. I hope you get a message or two from here. Until next time, thank you so much.